Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Nipple MMA. I'm your host, Terrence. Today, I want to talk to you about Fight Night Machado Garry versus Prates. Um, I'm gonna do only the main card, or sorry, the main card, not the prelims. But there is one that I do need to do of the prelims, which would be my boy Cameron Saaiman. He trains with DDP, Dricus du Plessis. So let's get into it. He'll be fighting against Malcolm Wellmaker from the US, and of course Cameron Saaiman is from South Africa. So I see Malcolm has had one fight. I have seen, I think, two of his fights. He's an exciting fighter. He's fast on the feet, good stand up. Not too sure how he's on the ground. So I think that is where Cameron is going to take his chances. Well, Cameron's also good on the feet. He's not afraid to take a punch as well. Cameron's record is on 9-2. His last two losses, well, the one was very close, and then the other one wasn't very close. That was a knockout. But let's have a quick look here. Okay, it doesn't say what Wellmaker's reach and leg reach and that type of thing is. Okay. Alright, but for this one, I'm going to go with Cameron Saaiman. And I'm going to say that Cameron should take his chances on the ground. Like I said, from the fights that I have seen from Malcolm, which wasn't in the UFC, I'm not too sure about what his ground game is like. And I know Cameron is good on the ground. He's got good grappling skills. So I'm going to go with Cameron with a ground and pound TKO. Or it might go the distance, but let's see. Right, next, let's go to the main card. We'll start with a middleweight bout. Ikram Aliskerov versus Muniz. So, Muniz hasn't been fighting as he should. I think he's been injured quite a bit, and he also cancelled his last bout, if I'm not mistaken. He is on. He's from Brazil. He is on a 24-6 record, and then we look at Ikram. He's on a 15-2. Let's have a look. Height 6 for Muniz 6'1". Okay, it's not a massive difference in the reach, but there is a difference, and there's an advantage for Muniz, but. Muniz is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy, and Ikram Aliskerov is a Sambo guy. I'm going to go with Ikram. Muniz, I don't know, he looked very exciting in the beginning when he started fighting, but yeah, things has not been going too well for him. Look, I hope he does well, but I don't see him getting past Ikram. So I'm going to go with Ikram on that one. Right, moving on to the next one. We've got a welterweight bout between Randy Brown and Nicolas Dalby. Now, Randy Brown is from Jamaica. And then Nicolas Dalby is from Denmark. Now, I haven't really seen that much of Randy Brown's fights. I've seen, I think, one knockout. But I've seen a couple of fights with Nicolas Dalby. The only thing is, Randy Brown, he's got a nice reach advantage. He's got a 78-inch reach. And then a 45.5-inch reach in the leg, where Nicolas is on a 43 on the legs and only 74.5 on his hands. But Nicolas is really good at stand up. Randy Brown isn't bad either. If you're looking at the reach advantage, definitely Randy Brown should keep Nicolas at a distance. But I'm going to go with Nicolas from Denmark. I think it's going to be a KO or TKO in the third round for Nicolas. I think Randy is going to tire out a bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how that goes. But for this one, for this welterweight bout, I'm going with Nicolas. Then we move on. This is an exciting fight. Well, I hope it can stay exciting. The only problem is Abuz Magomedov. Yeah, the last one he got tired. He got tired way too quickly. Way too quickly. And Michel Pereira, yeah, he can also tire out, but I'm hoping both these guys are ready for this fight. In any case, Michel Pereira, he's from Brazil. Abuz is from Russia, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry. He's from Germany. I was probably fighting out of Germany. We've got Michel. His record is 31-12, and Abuz is on 27-6. Abuz has got the reach advantage, but I have to say I like Michel Pereira. Michel Pereira is in a very exciting fight, and he throws these unorthodox kicks, and he's an exciting fighter to watch. Whereas Abuz, he can also be an exciting fighter to watch. As far as I think it's 3 fights that I've seen from him, he's a good stand-up fighter. And Michel is also a really good stand-up fighter. For this one, I'm actually it's a tough one, but I'm gonna go 60% Michel Pereira and 40% Abuz. But no, actually, it might be a 50-50 on this one, to be honest with you, if I have to really think of this. But I'm hoping Michel Pereira wins, just because I like his fighting style. He's exciting in the types of attacks he has. So I'm going to go with Michel Pereira, but Abuz is also a really good fighter, and he is exciting, so I wouldn't be too sad if he does win. But I want Michel Pereira to win in this one. Then, next, we've got Giga Chikadze versus David Onama. David is from Uganda, and Giga is, of course, from Georgia. This is a featherweight bout. Now, Giga Chikadze is a very, very exciting fighter. When he entered the UFC, or even before he entered the UFC, there was really high hopes for him to go very far. But he has stumbled on his way. He's on a 15-4. And wow, okay, he's got no reach advantage, nothing like that. They're all quite equal. Then David Onama is on a 13-2. He's an upcoming fighter. Giga Chikadze has got really exciting kicks that he has to watch out for, David. So he's a really good stand-up fighter, but David, I think the chance, he has a chance if he can get Giga to the ground. I think he's got a chance to choke him out, or either TKO him on the ground and pound. So, but for this one, I'm going to go with my African brother, David. And I'm hoping this will be either ground and pound, or he chokes him out. I can't give you a round, but this is an interesting fight. The thing is, this is a fight, so Giga can catch David with those kicks. He just needs to really, really take care and try and get him to the ground. So yeah, I'm going to go with David on that one. Then for the next one, we have got, and I am not too sure why this is the second last fight on the card. Sorry, that made no sense to me. Anthony Smith he's not, yeah, he doesn't belong here. For me, I would have probably put Michel Pereira and Abuz up there, or maybe even um, Ikram versus Andre Muniz. But any case, so let's have a look at this is a light heavyweight belt. Sorry, and Anthony Smith is from the US. Zhang Mingyang is from China. Anthony Smith is on 38 and 21. Ouch. And then Zhang Miang is on 18 and 6. No real reach advantage really. But I mean, look, I'm sorry, but Anthony Smith, his head is nowhere near in the game. He shouldn't be fighting anymore. He should be retired, in my opinion. Otherwise, he's going to get hurt. That's the only thing he's going to get. I'm going to go with Zhang Miang. I'm not sure if I'm saying his surname correctly, but in any case. Yeah, I'm going to go with Zhang by... It's either going to go the full 3 rounds. Or is this a 5-rounder? Doesn't... Okay. Well, I'm going to go with either a TKO for Zhang. But yeah, that is my fighter who I'm picking against Anthony Smith. And then we get to the main event, which is actually really quite exciting fight. I'm looking forward to this one. It's a welterweight bout between Machado Garry. I'll just say Garry. And Carlos Prates. Even before I get into the stats, I'm going with Carlos Prates, and I think he's going to knock him out, probably the second or third round. But let's have a look. Garry is on a 15 and 1, and Carlos Prates is on 21 and 6. Garry is from Brazil, from Ireland, and Carlos Prates is from Brazil. Carlos has got a nice reach advantage with his hands, and that's the main. I think that's going to be his main attack, or should be his main attack, especially against Garry. I think Garry is going to try and get him to the ground and smother him on the ground, maybe ground and pound. But Carlos Prates, I think he's good on the ground and on the feet, and I think Carlos Prates is going to. I think he's going to knock him out. He's either going to knock him out or he's going to knock Garry down and then choke him out on the ground. I dare say maybe the second round. But yeah, that's who I'm leaning with. I'm going with Carlos Prates. And yeah, that's the main card. And yeah, tell me what you guys think. Let me know. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.